afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. It is Saturday, November 25th, the day after Black Friday. You know what that means. It is time for the High Risk Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, preparing to go to war, Jeremy Pierce. And as always, you can check me out on the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, and of course, the 215 on Twitter. Coffee, Patreon donations are always welcome. In today's show, well, in a couple of hours later tonight, Survivor Series 2023 War Games. So today's show, we're going to be making our predictions. Keeping it short, keeping it sweet, keeping it nice and simple, because I got things to do today, and I know you do too. But for now, you know what's next, so just go on and hit my music. All right, so today's list. These are the 5 people who need a good showing tonight at Survivor Series. Starting with number 5, we have The Miz. Now, you're wondering why The Miz is on this list. He is an 8-time Intercontinental champion. He's a 2-time Grand Slam champion. I want you to go back and think of The Miz's career and think of any matches where you go, wow, that's a 4.5, 5-star match. That's the match of the night. I don't think he has any. You know what I mean? And it's him against Gunther. Gunther puts these on regularly. So I just need The Miz to step up and show that he can go. The Miz is probably not going to win, but he just needs to go and have a really, really good showing against Gunther. Number 4, Dragon Lee. Now, we know what Dragon Lee's all about. We've seen him in his time in the Indies in AEW, and he's got a featured match, part of an important storyline on SmackDown, and this is his time. He's been getting these kind of tune-up matches to make a name for himself, but right now, he's got to explode. He's got to show that I am worth taking a chance on. So Dragon Lee just has to put up. He has to put up and go out there and put on a match of matches against a superstar who is very, very good in the ring, in Santos, Escobar. Number 3, Shotzi. Shotzi catches a bad rap. She can be sloppy at times in the ring, but it kind of suits her character and her wrestling style. She's in this WarGames match, and I expect her to be the crazy one, to do kind of the really, really daring stunt. So she has to come out of here looking like a psycho, a hardcore icon, and I'm hoping she can get that done tonight, and just to put a lid on a lot of the naysayers. Number 2, JD McDonough. Since joining the Judgement and even before joining the Judgment Day, JD McDonough has kind of been cannon fodder for the matches. He has just been taking hit after hit after hit. So he has to have one defining, redeeming moment tonight. He's got to eliminate somebody. He has to get a pinfall elimination on someone. Hell, he might... No, sorry, there's no elimination. He needs to just win the match. JD McDonough needs to win the match. And number 1, Santos Escobar. Breaking away from the LWO, being his own man. I know what Santos Escobar is capable of, but I don't think he's really had a true time to shine on the main roster in a full-fledged singles match feud program. And taking out Carlito and now going against Dragon Lee, he has an opportunity to show that he can be the face of I don't want to say Lucha Libre, but the Latin American contingent, and to bring in more fans. So he has to be able to go out there and show what he can do. That's our list, and we'll be right back. The Viper returns tonight. The Apex Predator. The Legend Killer. We heard the stories of Randy Orton and his back issues, and him being told that he probably shouldn't wrestle again. So I am very, very curious as to what they're going to do tonight. Randy Orton has been out for over a year, I believe. Last time we saw him was he and Riddle losing the tag team championships to the Usos. So, canonically, Jay is the reason that Randy is out, because they destroyed that man too. So, here we are with Randy Orton making his comeback, returning in a WarGames match. And you know the pop's going to be insane. He's going to be the last person to come out. What will he do? I think Randy's going to look good. Randy's a natural at professional wrestling, so I think he'll be just fine. It's a matter of what can his body take. We know he's been in the gym. We know he's been working out and getting himself ready for his comeback. This is curious. This is curiosity at its peak. Because a man coming back from injury like that is something to behold. So we will see what the Viper can do tonight. WarGames. That is what we have for you tonight. We have Survivor Series, one of the WWE's original Big Four, now part of their, I want to say Big Five, because I include Money in the Bank as part of the Big Five, and even Clash of Champions. Survivor Series is the oldest, I believe, WWE pay-per-view. It predates WrestleMania, I think, by like 1 year. But we have ourselves a solid card tonight with 5 matches. But first, we got to look at last year's card and see how that shaped up. Because I believe we had a WarGames match last year. So let's go to 2022 Survivor Series WarGames. And last year's card, we had also 5 matches. So we opened up with the women's WarGames match, which was Team Bianca Belair taking on Team Damage Control. And Team Bianca won. Her team consisted of Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Mia Yim, and Becky Lynch versus Damage Control, Dakota Kai, Bayley, Io Sky, Nikki Cross, and Rhea Ripley. I don't remember much about this match, but I remember it was good. It's so weird what a year makes, because Bianca and Asuka and Becky were on the same team. Now Asuka's on the opposing team and Rhea's on the opposing brand. Next up, we had a one-on-one match with AJ Styles taking on Finn Balor. AJ Styles won that match. We had a WWE SmackDown Women's Championship match with Ronda Rousey retaining and defeating Shotzi, by submission. Don't remember that. Austin Theory defeated Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley to win the United States Championship. Seth Rollins was the champion at the time. And we had the men's WarGames match, which we all very much remember, which was the Bloodline team of Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, and Sami Zayn taking on the Brawling Brutes team of Sheamus, Rich Holland, Butch, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens. This was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. I know the show was good, but it was really bookended by that men's WarGames match. So let's get into tonight's show. First up, we have Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar, and I like this. This is the war for the LWO. Santos Escobar turned on Ray, and he made his claims and made his piece on SmackDown last night. He took out Carlito. Remember, he was originally supposed to face Carlito, but he took him out, and now Dragon Lee has stepped up. This is going to be good. These dudes need to be given at least 15 minutes to just go out there and put on a nice little banger of a match. This is going to be really, really, really solid. The question is, where do we go from here after the match? Well, I think Dragon Lee's going to win, because Santos needs to fall just a little bit further into lunacy, into madness, before he can rise to the top. So I'll take Dragon Lee to win, but I see a full-on faction warfare coming out of this, with one version of the LWO featuring Dragon Lee, Carlito, Cruz del Toro. What's the other boy's name? Cruz del Toro. I forget his name. His tag team partner, Ray, and Zelina, versus Santos' version of what Santos, I think they're going to call it Los Lotharios and Elektra Lopez. So I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do with the rest of this feud. Next up, we have the women's WarGames match as the team of Damage Control, Bayley, Asuka, Io Sky, and Kairi Sane will be taking on Becky Lynch, Shotzi Blackheart, Bianca Belair, and Charlotte Flair. So both teams have one less woman from last year's women's match. This match is in a weird position because Damage Control is at full power, right? So they're a team, but Shotzi, Bianca, Charlotte, and Becky are all really good at what they do. Question is, how does this match play out? On paper, Damage Control should win. They're the team. They have Asuka, Kairi, Io, and Bayley. Bayley and Asuka are both Grand Slam champions. Io and Kairi are former champions, and Kairi's the current women's champion. So they have that. But then you look on the other side, Becky's a Grand Slam champion. Shotzi hasn't had any gold, but she's the wild card in this match. Bianca is a former Raw SmackDown Women's Champion, and Charlotte is a Grand Slam champion. So on paper, these teams are kind of evenly matched, but I think the edge will go to Damage Control. I think they just have the more talent, more skill. They're a tight-knit group because I think ultimately Becky and Charlotte will fall out. Like, these two really should be on the team together. They genuinely hate each other. And, for one night only, can you put this behind you? You know what I mean? Can you put your hate for each other behind you to win this match? I don't think they can. I think there's going to something also happen accidentally with Damage Control. Like, Bayley might get hit accidentally. But take Damage Control to win this match and to continue their domination of the women's division. Next up, we have the Intercontinental Championship match, and this is the easiest match to predict not by far, because there's another match, but Gunther's winning this match. He's winning this match because I don't think he's losing the championship until maybe the Royal Rumble, where Chad Gable defeats him for it. But Gunther versus The Miz. This is Gunther disrespecting The Miz, bullying The Miz, and it's The Miz standing up for himself. It's always weird when we get face Miz. It just is. Face Miz is funny because sometimes it feels forced, and then sometimes it comes off really naturally. But Gunther is a good person to go against. Gunther's going to make The Miz, no discredit to The Miz, look like $1 million. This is going to be, somehow it's going to be a really good match because Gunther just doesn't have bad matches. But take Gunther here to retain the championship. Next up, we have the Women's World Championship as Rhea Ripley will be defending against Zoey Stark. This is the sleeper match of the night. When we did our episode list, right, I didn't have Zoey Stark on here because I don't think she needs to prove anything. She just has to go out and do her job because her and Rhea are really good at this wrestling thing. Rhea's going to win because Rhea's not, I don't know, I honestly, I have no idea when Rhea Ripley's going to lose the championship. I don't. She's beaten everybody, and there are no challengers for her, with the exception of Becky, and they've kept them separate. So Rhea's going to continue dominating this women's division, but Zoey will not go out here looking like a chump. She's going to look really good in this match and give Rhea, she's probably going to give Rhea her toughest test in a one-on-one match. Also, Rhea hasn't lost in over a year. But take Rhea Ripley to retain. And finally, we have the men's WarGame match as the team of Sami Zayn, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, and Seth Rollins will be taking on the Judgement Day and Drew McIntyre. This might end up being the most violent match of the night. There's so many combustible elements here. The Judgment Day themselves are fine. And I'm surprised I didn't have Dom on that episode list, but Dom, JD, gotta show up. You know what I mean? And Finn, Damian, Drew are fine. Now, hold on. I'll say that though for later. It's the faces side that's really, really curious. So, Sami, Cody, Jay, and Seth have put their issues aside. Sami really ain't gonna be with anybody, but Cody and Seth clearly have issues. Jay and Cody were just tag team champions. It's Randy. What is Randy going to do in this match? Like, he has heat with Jay, and he's so out there. Like, I don't know what Randy's going to do. Does he turn on his team? Does he cost them the match? What is his interactions with Judgment Day? This is going to be really, really interesting. I expect this to be the longest match of the night just because it has five people from each team. So the winner I think the faces are going to win, with Randy Orton or Cody getting the deciding pinfall, right? But I think Damian Priest is going to cash in and walk out world champion. This is the perfect time. Seth Rollins is right. They're essentially, after the match is over, you have the Judgment Day take out the faces. You put Seth in the back ring and just have the Judgment Day block the other four from coming and fighting, and then just have Damian Priest cash in and win. I don't know. It just seems so plausible and out there that it could happen. Also, Drew McIntyre, he's only here for one reason, and that is to murder Jey Uso. Drew wants to get his hands on Jey for ruining his life, for ruining his career. We shall see. Will he get it? I'm hoping. I'm open to it. It's so many. This match has so much intrigue. It's going to be combustible, and it's the match I'm probably looking forward to the most. Actually, no, women's WarGame matches, because I just love most of the women in that match. But the men's WarGame match, keep your eyes out on it. So let's go over our predictions one more time. Dragon Lee to defeat Santos Escobar. Damage Control to win the women's WarGame match. Gunther to retain against The Miz. Rhea Ripley to retain against Zoey Stark, and the faces to defeat the Judgment Day in the men's WarGame match. But that's our show. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Get ready for Survivor Series tonight, and of course the Howard's Wrestling recap tomorrow, and what just happened tomorrow. I haven't gotten our schedule for December up yet. It's probably going to be a recap month with some other pay-per-view stuff thrown in, but we're gonna have fun. Don't forget to check out the socials on Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, the 215 on Twitter, and of course, as always, Willow Nightingale, Gigi Dolan, Chris Statlander, Isla Dawn, and Bailey. Holla at your boy. Peace.